Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is On the Anvil, episode 183. This is the show where we take you behind the scenes here at Dwarven Forge. We show you what we're working on. We show you some of the challenges we're facing. We show you a glimpse of the future. This is the show where we want to interact with you live. We want your ideas. We want your jokes. We want your feedback. We want to hear what you're thinking. This is the show where we never have a script. We often go off topic, and once in a blue moon, we will have technical difficulties. But most of all, this is the show where we spend the next 2 hours enjoying a frosty beverage and talking terrain with our amazing community, which is you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's go! I'm excited. We got a live campaign. We're cooking. So what's happening tonight, Chris?
Campaign is up. We're mostly going over some Caverns stuff. We've been looking at what people have been kind of asking for in terms of painting advice and not painting advice, building advice and the like. And we're gonna do some of that tonight, largely focusing on transitions.
And questions, right?
Yes, and questions. If you want to hear about anything else, quickly reduce volume seems okay right now. I was ducking his volume because he was.
Well, and I also didn't remember if I turned my mic on. Check out was that.
I'm looking over it. It's
we did it.
It's on. Yeah.
Minimal technical difficulties so far.
Yeah.
So we'd love to hear from you. If you are new, if you are old, you're welcome to lurk, but also feel free to hop in the comments. We really do want to hear what you have to say. Just be nice, because we have the best community here, and we want to keep it fun and friendly and having a good time.
Yes.
Are we gonna give people anything? Did we give some? We did do a giveaway.
We did a giveaway last stream. Yeah, we're gonna give away a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card. About halfway through. Yeah, everybody's eligible for that. It's just a digital thing, so we can do it no matter where you live. And you will be able to use it on a Caverns Reforged pledge if you would like. In the pledge manager.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't know.
See, I pointed right at Spoonbender.
Yes.
Pretty cool. We don't have any news tonight, do we? Because the news is we're in the caves.
I guess the one thing is the build off.
Oh.
The Caverns themed build off is still going on for another week and a half. If you wanted to enter that, we're giving away a bunch of gift cards as prizes for that.
But Chris, I only have a few pieces. I can't build a 4 foot by 4 foot build. What am I gonna do?
It's restricted to 12 by 12. I think.
What?
12 foot by 12 foot. No, it's restricted to a foot by a foot build anyway. So if you only have a couple pieces, that's fine. We're trying not to let people pull out the competition by just having everything. Yeah. So yeah, might as well just submit just to see if you get something. 12 by 24 this time. Okay, never mind. Ooh. It's still pretty small. But yeah, there's we've got multiple categories now. After the first couple, we moved to having a lot of different categories. So there's a lot of chances to win instead of just competing for the grand prize, basically.
Plus, you're part of the community. It's fun to see all this stuff come in, and you inspire other people, and it's just nice to create something, put it out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Golden Demon. You get to see all the stuff in the cases, but
yeah.
But totally.
This is the Golden Demon of
terrain building contests.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it. We don't have much else going on. We've just been living this right now. So, yeah. But yeah, if you have questions about anything.
Hey, look, we already got a question coming in. Rabbit Burner wants to know what the best pieces to use are above ground. Mushrooms come to mind.
The mushrooms are great. The mushrooms go anywhere.
Oh. Stairway to Violence you can use, particularly the topper.
Have that in somewhere.
Works. A bunch of the scatter dressing works really well, right? Shamanic circle. Circle,
a lot of stuff works. A lot of those dressing packs are pretty. They're pretty setting agnostic. You can drop them in a castle. You can drop them in the woods. That stuff works pretty much anywhere. I think in terms of stuff that's actually got stone on it, the stalagmites you can generally get away with.
You can use the banks also. You could do a rocky banks thing. Fair. Do some banks and floors to make a little rocky area. You can just escape me what piece I was the gate. The gate and the door, the double doors from the door walls can go into any of your doors. Like you could put that in your wood building for like a crude shed or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are there any new sculpts? Not in this campaign.
Nope.
This is just a quick thing where we are getting we're getting all the chase pieces out of the adventure packs. So all those pieces are available again. We are completing the Ice and Underdoom lines, making all of the building pieces that haven't been available, like Cave Cliffs or Misty Gateways, stuff like that, is now going to finally be in all 3 paint schemes across the board. And we're bringing back some KS2 pieces. Some of the stuff from original Caverns that didn't really have an analog in Caverns Deep, or where we felt like we could just kind of use the variety that those provide, like with some of the floors and stuff.
Always use variety. In caves, like you never have them.
Yeah, so it's all existing sculpts, but some are in Ice and Underdoom for the first time, and with the old pieces, they're being magnetized and have updated paint.
Some have been rescued from packs that were hard to get.
Yeah.
We're hopefully overhauled it in a nice way. We got a first time chat. Welcome, Fun Desk. So they want to, if you back this Caverns campaign, is it possible to buy other sets in the Pledge Manager? And if so, are they also at a discount? So everything you can add as much as you want in the Pledge Manager, like the you're not, it's similar to other crowdfunding, like you're not locked in until you finalize in the Pledge Manager. So you could just get 1 or 2 sets now, and then in the Pledge Manager add a bunch, or get a bunch now, add a few more in the Pledge Manager, so you can add as much. Everything, all the prices are going to be the same from here through the Pledge Manager phase all the way through.
Yeah, we don't do changes in pricing between proper campaign and Pledge Manager. We leave them the same price.
Everything's going to be the same all the way through until we end. Yeah. But the prices will go up when this stuff hits the web store next year, like 12 to 15% or something.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, get everyone. And if you've got questions, literally that is why we are here. We love answering your questions. It also helps us kind of know what's not clear. Like everybody keeps asking the same question over and over again. It means we better clean something up on the site.
Yeah.
Better way to answer it. A cave burger, a cavern burger.
Got your will-o-wisps. Yes, those getting out. Those were interesting. We were just trying to figure out what to do with them. They're such a weird piece. They're one of the top 10 sellers. They're like the 5th or 6th best seller in the campaign so far. Yeah.
It's exciting. Oh, Fundex is clarifying. They meant non-cavern sets because they're not in the U.S. Yes. Email customer support, and we can help you out to just combine everything in one big international shipment. What country are you in?
Yeah. Specifically for overseas people.
Yes.
We let you combine crowdfunding and store orders. Australia? Yeah. Nice. Okay, if you're in Australia, you should definitely reach out to customer support at Dwarven Forge.
What time is it in Australia?
It's morning for them.
Wow.
It's probably awake. Like he probably starting his day, yeah.
So it's a good day. Good day.
Yeah. It's 9 a.m. over there.
Wow. 9 a.m. It's a good way to start your day.
Australia has multiple time zones, right? It's not one across the whole. It's a large enough continent that you've got multiple time zones, right? Will there be a mega pledge that gives the 3 schemes and with all encounters? I don't know if we're gonna do.
So that would be a 9 encounter like trio.
That would be like about 6K probably, a little over 6K. Maybe. I think the main thing is there will likely be a sort of all-in. There'll be some more bundles, probably like an all-in in Pledge Manager when we know everything that's been unlocked, basically.
But I don't know if we'd do a triple. Like I don't know who's gonna buy the triple. Part of the challenge with this one is the 3 different paint schemes are often polarizing. Like there's some people that love ice, there's some people that hate ice, there's some people that won't touch Underdoom with a 10-foot pole, some people only want that. Everybody wants standard, but maybe already have a bunch of standard. So like finding somebody that wants all of it in all 3, in all the maxes, it feels like a bit of a unicorn. The triple Lindy.
Yeah, people are that justify more Wisp paint schemes.
No,
because it's not so well that it's like it would,
It's like 50 packs or something so far. We need to. Yeah.
It's
if we sell 1,000, then we can talk.
We don't want to wind up with just hundreds of them multiple paint schemes. It's just something that just shouldn't have had. It just shouldn't have had Stone Cavern on it in the first place.
Yeah,
but it's
here. Well, it was. It was. We wanted to have the base be sculpted We needed something to hide the battery in. We wanted it to be sculpted, and so
Yeah.
rock seemed like the most generic thing. Yeah, I don't think we should ever introduce new paint schemes on the base.
I will tell you
I'd be
though.
more interested in different colored wisps on the top.
Yeah.
That seems more exciting.
I will say though, it is one of the easiest things on the planet to custom paint yourself. Just
Take
doing
about
like
2 minutes.
just doing like that little
Yeah.
base. It's super easy to just touch up to change
Honestly,
the
you
color
just
on
paint
it.
right over it. Like you don't need
Yeah.
to prime. You don't need anything. You just go. The the Cabbage Reforged 10 to 15% increase or entire store still in. It's the new sets in here will be going up that 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
When they hit the web store.
Yes. So it's the new sets. The stuff that is currently in the store is just at store price, but we've discounted all of the new compositions, like 12 to 15%.
Yeah. I custom painted myself yesterday. Every time I sit down and paint minis, I end up custom painting myself.
I have green under my nail right now because I did a Free Blades monster mini because I've had them just primed forever. So I was like, I will take 10 minutes to just
get in.
It's 3 colors on that thing. Yeah. So just did that just to blow off steam between meetings.
It's the best, right?
Yeah.
Just resets your brain. Let's do some building. Profits here. Woo!
Nothing from Hellscape this time.
It requires a different casting color. It's really hard switching casting colors on the factory line. It's a real rigmarole. So we're not touching. We have more than we can chew as is. Like this is we got it's a ton of. I mean, I don't know what the total number of sets is, but it's a lot.
Just because everything is done, almost everything is done 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
3 paints plus an unpainted. All right, so there's been a topic. I mean, there's a bunch of topics, but a topic that has been coming up a lot is transitions, right? People want to get from standard paint to Underdoom to ice, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought we'd show some, and we've done some transition pieces in the past. I don't actually have the full sales numbers, but fundamentally, it's a hard thing to stock. It's the kind of thing people tend to buy only one of. Whatever, so it's hard to get through our MOQ and make them super viable. So we haven't reprinted the transition painted pieces, but I wanted to show some of the ways that you can transition without a dedicated painted transition piece. For some reason, people feel like they want permission to like combine the biomes, whatever, but the transition piece gives them that. But I'm giving you formally, this is you, Spin Better, this is everybody. I'm formally giving you permission that you can connect biomes however you want. But I'll show you some ways to make it look kind of easy. So here's the easiest one, right? Is you'd use a door. This goes for anything from dungeons to if you're trying to go from regular dungeon to sinister dungeon, or you wanted to go from fieldstone to rustic wood, or you wanted to go from caverns to whatever, like a door. Oh yeah, Misty Gateway. Well, I think Chuck, Misty Gateway is a door, right? I guess teleporting door. Yes, teleporting people in is the easiest way. But if you want to have physically go, put some sort of door and some sort of wall. So in this case, right, we've got standard cavern with a door. I'm gonna fly in Underdoom here, and boom, magically. Oh, I put the door going the wrong way. Magically, now we are we're going from
completely blocked on camera.
yeah, I can't see it. Let's see if I rotate. What just fell over? I heard something fall. Felt something fall. Now we're coming into the Underdoom through the door. And one of the things I did on this one is I put thought the Underdoom was going to have a bunch of the mushrooms, so I just put a couple of mushrooms in standard to help feel like we're transitioning. And you can again this transition. I got this. Gotta move our props. Right. You can also go. I was doing the regular side. I can do the passage side too. Right. It doesn't matter if you're going into a room or a passage, whatever. Right. Well, can't do both these at once. Boom. Nope. What am I missing? Oh, there we go. Boy, I cannot do two things at once. Boop. Open two up. It can be. Use a bottomless pit, slightly separated. Yes. Yes, you could totally separate. We'll show elevation in a sec. So, all right, so doorway, any sort of separation, really easy way to connect biomes.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be anything, right? You could hey, it's Lawrency. You could put ice here. You could put sort of any combination from A to B. Really easy. Throw some sort of door, some sort of passage. Something to just physically separate it. Boom. All right, questions on that one. Go to the next.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to.
Right? It's
like pretty
build it
self-explanatory.
right up to the back of it.
I've seen people mention some of the other samples you've already built.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, cause none of these are like redefining transitions. Oh, I'm gonna run out of space on here quick a bit. All right, then we got let's do elevation, right? So we could do kind of same concept. We're just using elevation as our transition. All right, so put you here. Put you here. What am I missing? There you go. Oh, I'm gonna hold this way. I didn't bring enough stilts. Okay. So in this one, boop, thank you. All right, we're using the verticality, the elevation to help with the transition. So this is literally, we've got, all right, this is just standard on a train tray, a couple of pull this out, see, a couple of walls turned backwards, an elevation block back there, and I'm just covering it.
Probably easier to see if it was. Yeah, it moves cleanly on
a. Boop. Right.
Yeah.
Right there. We're just dropping. I'm doing a little overlap here, right, where I put these walls inverted under the train tray up against the back of floors so that I could have the kind of a nice clean line there. And then obviously you don't need to have steps down. You could just have it drop down, but I thought it was kind of fun to kind of get down. One fun bit, we're using the gull wing corner here and just put banks over to help kind of soften the edge, transition this down like that. But you could literally just have floors, hard edge floors on the front, or you could just use banks or whatever. But the drop helps. And you could use cave cliffs. You could use elevation blocks, or anything there that helps you have kind of a separation line, separate the two worlds. You could use the texture pieces they gave us. The Doom is under. It's in the name. The Doom Done Under. That's for for fun. I always say his name. Fun dog. Fun
dog. What?
Something. Who's the guy from Australia?
Oh.
Fun guy. Fun
full. I thought it was full something. Fun desk. Never mind. Fun desk.
Fun dog. Fun desk. Good clue. You can put the texture pieces they gave us in Wildlands for the trays for that water idea. I don't know what the water idea is. I'm missing it. Makes narrow sense. You drop 5, then boom, Underdoom. Yeah, as you dig deeper, you can get to like a darker pit. And you could do this also, like you could build all around with standard and have like a pit that was a pit of ice or a pit of Underdoom or a pit of whatever, whatnot. Banks are a great way to add a half step. Yes, we'll show banks in a second.
Everybody's just bringing up what we're about to do.
Underdoom representing underwater. Finley saying, yeah, clear water texture over the top.
Oh,
there's going to would be really cool.
That's what was meant by the texture from Wildlands.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, no, Underdoom looks very underwatery, right? It's definitely, especially you throw a couple of aquarium plants in there or something, and you're off to the races.
What about a piece that's painted half standard cavern and half Underdoom? It's impossible. It can't happen.
The upper half is yeah.
It can't be done.
We're not going to do it, but you could. It's a problem is it requires so many like weird specific. If you were trying to do builds, like we did it with Hellscape, we had transition floors and walls, and it was like it sort of works, but it's like I don't know. It's yeah. the Descent storyline kicks in when you hit the Underdoom. Did you see that movie?
The Descent?
Yeah.
No.
So it's such a frustrating. The concept is great, right? These 4 women are spelunking, and then like someone breaks their leg, and they get lost and trapped, and it's like it's super claustrophobic, and it's cold, and it's damn, and like you are. It's really like thematic and movie, or thematic and moody storytelling. It's really awesome, and then. At some point, like after someone's broken their leg and they're moving around and whatever, and they're all wet and it's dark and where, then there's like something moves in the darkness, and you're like, oh, and like something else, and there's like just a fleeting like a frame of a thing and whatever, there's something else down there, and it's absolutely terrifying, and you don't know what's coming, and then finally, you see it, and it's like a dude in like a rubber bat suit, and he's like, wah, wah. And it like everything that was sort of magical and terrifying, whatever, it just goes away when you realize it's just like a dude in like a rubber bat suit, and it just like the whole thing just absolutely falls apart and is stupid. But it was like it was such a good masterclass and great, like it was just such good storytelling, such minimal, like just carry like all of it's so good until they show the monster and it's just a guy in a rubber bat suit, and it's like, oh, it's bad. Anyway,
I didn't know anything about this movie, and I'm looking at it like this is weird. Huh.
If there was a dude in Letitia's apartment in a bat suit, that would be freaky. Totally.
That's just New York, baby.
Yeah. All right. Water sheet over the top of Underneath for Sunken Look would be super cool. I want to try that. All right. So, yeah, this could be a cavern that drops into a flooded cave. You could put water sheet. You could do like lots of fun underwatery options, or you're just getting deeper, going to your layers. Or it could be a chill. It could be the cold, right? You could be dropping down to the to ice, or this is the ice layer and it's melted out, and you're getting to the warmer, geothermal areas, so it's like warmer down below, and whatnot. Yada yada. Is the guy in the rubber bat suit here with us now?
The piece that climbs to the standard stone, that's part of the natural bridge.
This is the it's one of the natural bridge base pieces, which in retrospect I realize is not actually in the campaign right now, so probably not the best choice, but
it exists. It's easy to get off the store.
Yeah, and it was just super fun. Like the transitioning verticality is fun to me, right? Going to see like that's like a neat bit. All right, so let's go look at number 3. You rip it off when the piece is.
You spent enough? Not yet.
All right, well, let's see some more.
Well, the good thing is you just talked about how you got all the new ice.
And
this next one is just going to be
more ice.
Yeah, just ice. So,
baby.
All right, you already got it. Now you want Underdoom? Underdoom's pretty cool. It's one of the coolest looking paint schemes we have.
Blast it with blacklight to get spicy. Ugh. This also you could do this at the table. Just fly out, right? Bump, bump, bump.
Mm-hmm.
Flying out three terrain trays, and you got to build. Oh.
It's just fast, easy, and fun. Glad the mountain pieces got painted in ice. Mountain pieces. The cave cliffs? Yes. I'm glad the cave cliffs exist in ice now, too. Ice was missing basically all the elevation. I didn't actually have any ice, but I've seen Blade Runner a lot of times. Ice, I only do ice.
All right.
No transition painted passage.
No transition.
It's just a regular passage.
All right, so we're having a hard time balancing both ice and regular in here. But so this is another example of easy transition is banks on top of the other area. So let me actually zoom in so you can see what's going on here. So the idea is this is like a we've got let's turn on the thing, right? We got We got this guy in the back, the dude in the rubber bat suit. Right here. Turn on. Boop. Right, so this is causing ice to sort of spread across everything. So using ice, it's just regular ice build in the back, and then it transitions up in the front to, we're just using banks, right, transitioning down onto the regular stone using banks. And I put a bunch of, like, I put some stalagmites and water spouts. There's a lot of stalagmites in here because they try and feel like jaggy, like, right, like icicles or whatever. There's a lot of verticality, but trying to sort of pepper them in so it feels like it's spreading kind of rapidly into the overgrowing the regular cavern. And then I guess the theory in this encounter is you'd have to do something in this magic circle before the ice spreads too far or whatever. Before the guy in the rubber bat suit gets you. He doesn't move very fast though, because the suit's pretty unwieldy.
No
right.
clear ice banks, and you might be thinking there's the ice flows that are coming in Perilous Frontiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got a good first question is how are you elevating the ice? I will show you. So we've got banks here, right? So these are just got regular floors with the banks around them. And this is it's a terrain tray on I'm using little 12 millimeter stilts, but you could just do floors, right? You could just slap 4 floors under here, one in each corner. So it's just one floor height, a terrain tray on one floor height, just to get, I want to get this up exactly one floor height, so then the banks get us transitioned down nice and clean to the rest of the Caverns pieces. And then just lots of flat floors underneath. And off you go. So really very easy to execute, right? A couple of stilts, maybe some floors, throw it out and boom, and then just pepper out a couple of bits to have it spread and you go. And you can do any combination of colors, right? You could have regular cavern spilling onto Underdoom. You could have Underdoom spilling onto ice. Any combination, A to the B, as it were. Exactly, DW had it. You could put floors under there, draw anything you want. Yeah, it does feel glacier-esque. Okay, check out what a flow is. Apparently, there's 2 different ways. There's ice flows FLOE and ice flows FLOW.
And apparently they are different things, but they're very similar.
It's how what water is formed from.
Yeah.
Ice crystals would look really neat here. You were right to learn. I didn't want to use non-unlocked stuff yet. Now I want to use stone banks to transition from dungeon to caverns. Yeah, totally. Stone banks can transition you from dungeons to caverns really nicely. It looks really cool. It's like the dungeon is ancient and the flow stone has slowly been like encroaching on it. It is definitely a good look. What other questions do we have? I think ice straight to Underdoom is technically sublimination. Was there a floating sheet on that? Sheet on water, building ice here, standard cavern looks really good. Yeah, the plain like ice caverns on top of stone caverns is a really pleasing. It looks nice. Be interesting to see it on Underdoom too. I should try that. Flow is a floating sheet of ice. Flow is moving ice river. Love it. All right, any more questions on this one? Or I was gonna start poking at combining some mountain bits.
Yeah, it seems like it's all pretty straightforward.
Mostly I think it's like just you got to see, right? Sometimes you have to see it to believe it or get it or whatnot. Hopefully that gives you an idea of right the fun encroachment of the ice.
Yeah, like if you really do need to transition between, in the rare case where you do need to transition between 2 different biomes, or 2 different kinds of cavern, it's very easy mostly with banks, or a door, or I mean any of these 3 methods make a lot.
Or others. I'm sure there's other. Can anybody think of one we didn't do that we should have covered?
What if you had a passage that was painted half standard and half Underdoom?
Like the old.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great idea. We should sell those.
We should order 500 of those and sell 30.
Yeah. Over the course of 5 years, we'll sell them all.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's try.
I think the other tough thing with those passages is also it just limits you to having to transition
Only
in
a
that one
passage.
way. Yeah.
But you could add it to your toolbox if we had it or whatever. We or it wouldn't be too long of a paint job to do. All right. Yeah, are there other oh, thank you. I will turn off the LED. Thank you, Finlay. The fun fact with these LED pieces is so the remote has an on-off, but the off isn't actually off. The off is like idle, and it's still draining the battery to keep the infrared sensor on, waiting for the on switch. So the switch actually, real Tazart is beat me to the punch, right? So if you actually want it to be off so the battery doesn't drain, you have to turn the switch off. But like what I would do is I'll set it, I'll turn it on, set it up to the color I want for the room, whatever, and then turn it off on the remote before the session, and then when we go to the session, I can turn it on with the remote. There is often what I will do.
The colors on the remote do not remotely match the colors in the piece.
It depends. There's two batches
Yeah.
of remotes. Half of them match and half of them don't. You're not wrong. Yes.
This campaign will have more excess stock than the usual campaign. I don't know. It depends on it depends
what people get.
Yeah.
So
The whole point of this though is that we do want to stock the web store though.
Yeah.
That's the
We're
that's the
happy to
point.
take whatever stock is there because it means it fills up the web store.
Yeah.
So far we're jamming. We're at what 270?
Yeah.
Something. It's great. It's great. So I'm gonna kick that. Hold on. Somehow I had these really nicely arranged under here, and I did not do a very good job on the way back in. Oh.
Those builds went faster than I expected.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything they need to see or any burning questions?
I think it was it MJ Alexander?
MJ Alexander's been around.
What's that?
MJ Alexander's been pretty active.
They were asking about, I think it was them. Someone was asking about doing mountain with Cavern.
Putting like the Aranthor pieces in there?
Yeah, and the waterfall in particular. So I was gonna poke at that. Oh yeah, Spoonbender wants to do the bank wall. Yes, totally. Let me build this out, and then I'll do the banks. Yeah. All right. So I started poking at this a minute, and I ran out of time. First time ever. So let's pull these off. So the fun bit here, right? So we're using the majestic waterfall from Wildlands, right? Which is what, a 3x6. So just pop that down, and then on either side, we're using elevation blocks. And hey, guess what, Spoonbender? We're using the bank walls. So I can go up one. So this is a majestic. So I'm using this one's the bank wall, right? That goes this way. I'm just trying to like kind of soften this transition down. So this isn't kind of the standard use, but it's kind of a fun one, right? So it's making just I like the flow of how these sort of step up to here. So I'm trying to get up to the height of this thing. Although you could just put any wall you want there. So we're trying to dress up this, dress this because the stone's slightly different color. It is both, they're both limestone because Eli wanted to make sure that they would kind of play together, particularly if you had mountains above caverns, it would feel like we were in the same world. And then to sort of dress up the front, where the heck did... I thought one of these banks were... So you can put a kind of anything, right? I'm going to put a stalagmite there and dress it up. And then, you know what we can do would be fun? Stalagmite on that, right? So it feels like it's one... I don't know how that would actually form. Maybe that formed before the water started, and now the water's eroding it away.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna pop this guy up here. I'm using this guy, but I realized we haven't reprinted this in a while.
We almost put him in the campaign.
Yeah,
We were
didn't
talking
fit.
about him. Yeah.
It's in itself is a reprint of a resin piece, so it goes way back. Pretty handy, right? So now we have a little entrance for the water to pour down. Boom, we just got to build out the rest of this. Oh, and the other fun thing is, like, we could use. Oh no, I get a little white stick to keep you in place. I'm gonna knock you off all night long. There we go. Stay. We're gonna put that back in the end. There. The little mountain jumpy stones work really nicely out in the water here, as well as like the right. These are some of the mountain rocks. Aaron Thor collections. We kind of pop those out in the water if we want. Boom, boom. And then I'm using the it's a trifecta ledge in front to transition around. We're using the cave cliff 2x1 in an elevation block here. Where's the camera? We're here. Jumpy stones are the best. Boom, boom. And then let's put some banks over here and turn it into a little thing. Also, if you're worried about, like, in this case, we're using mountain pieces which have a slightly different paint scheme, whatever. You can always, dim your lights a little bit in your game room if you're that worried about it, right? Like, get a little mood, throw some candles up. Like, it's not. I don't think anybody's gonna start a riot because this gray is slightly different than that gray. Maybe they will. I don't know your players, but you might need different players if they're gonna start a full-blown riot over this. Boom. Oh, we need a 2. Don't most folks like? Do people play in kind of moody lighting?
Yeah, how many people
I always
have
like
like
to.
creative lighting in your gaming space?
I use some like LED candles. I just dim my lights, use little LED candles, try and get a little vibe. So right helps you feel like you're in a like a little bit of darkness helps you feel like you're more in another world. Stark 100% fluorescence. Yeah, like a doctor's office. You're just like
Anybody play by
too
candlelight?
old. I always have a little light behind my DM screen so I can have I can see what's going on in the real world back there. Let me use a freestanding wall back here. We'll put this guy over there. Boom.
My girlfriend said for the record that she's going to riot. So
There you go.
yeah.
She's like, those grays do not match. Why are we here? My
Yeah.
immersion is broken. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out. Flipping
Yeah.
furniture. All right, well. That was a one shot then, I guess. It's over.
Session's over.
Session's over. Yeah, immersion destroyed. I feel like it takes a lot for players to riot because it's just like they
For
can
the
generally
most
just
part-
grateful to have anybody running a game.
Yeah, they just get to go to your place and eat snacks and
Just play make believe, make stupid jokes and run around and be
yeah.
squirrels.
They've got nothing. They've got like no. I don't know what the word is. They
No
they got
leg
no
to
right to
stand on.
complain about it.
Yeah.
Like
The prep, the time, the edge, everything. Especially if you actually spent the time to make a build, do a thing. Like come on.
they're lucky you're giving them a game.
Yes, they should pay you. Boop.
That'd be really funny, actually. Somebody just asks.
You should have a doorman.
Just ask my friends to start paying him to
Yeah. Money up front.
every session.
It's a toll booth. I don't know why I feel the need to complete the rest of these floors, but
It's a fun little build.
yeah, you can't see the side. There, we got a little. Hey, that works.
Works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if somebody hassles you about the change in rock color,
Change in color.
I don't know.
Start a fight. You know what we're gonna do? Let's put a.
You want the piece on top of the waterfall?
Shouldn't I use that?
Yeah.
I'm putting a 2x1 in, and then bank. I'll put that freestanding wall back. Stalagmite. Just trying to make a little thing.
You can also mix the winding stairs with elevation blocks.
Oh, interesting.
I can
That would
grab
be
them.
fun.
It'd be pretty easy to just adjust this build to take them probably.
You know what I could do instead of this ledge? I'm gonna put the mountain rock there. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I could put a stalagmite on that guy. No, put it next to. Look at that. There, you got a little waterfall in your cave. Is MJ Alexander even here? Was it who asked for this? Was it? I can't remember.
Did they ask for it in chat or did they ask?
I thought it was in yesterday's stream, but I can't remember.
If they were in the EU, yesterday's stream might have been good for him, and tonight's, you know.
Yeah.
Real caves are notoriously monocolor. Yeah. Is there a public meetup of Dwarven Forge fans at Gen Con, like a happy hour type thing? We usually do a photo with the team at some point. As far as like, I don't know if the fans do anything without us. For the most part, we're all just kind of too busy at the con to go do anything.
Color difference. You can mix winding stairs with elevation blocks. Yeah, we're gonna try this in a sec. Real caves are notoriously monocolor.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have busted out that arch. Everybody's asking where it's from. It's a KS2 piece. We almost put it in something, but
it'll come back at some point.
Yeah, it's not dead. It's just we didn't have a great use case for it.
Lowtown seawalls. Ooh, outlet of a sewer drain. That would be fun.
Put that at the top of the waterfall. No, never mind. Now you do. I don't know if this is enough of a justification. Well, the waterfall's not in the campaign. You know?
This is true. But it is in print. It is available in the web store.
It is in print.
Yeah, this is cute. It's a good how did that came together. Get a screenshot for Rabindos.
Rabindos.
All right, so let's put these guys in. We're gonna try the big chonkers by, was it Crab Battle? Who was asking for it?
100K stretch goal. We've already passed 100K. What if we just retroactively added stretch goals? That we've already passed. Yeah. So like, guys, we decided that we're gonna place this one at 150. So congratulations, you've unlocked it.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's get. We're gonna build a thing. I didn't know where this was gonna go.
Underdoom waterfall. Woo. I guess the thing with doing a campaign around one of your most well-known biomes is there's not really a ton we have to explain. Like we're showing like some pretty advanced stuff here, and it's still kind of like people are like, yeah, that makes sense. Sludge fall.
I'll tell you what, the 6x12 terrain trays are my new favorite size. Because it's I don't have to commit to a full foot lift it. It's just half. It's just right. It's the right amount to especially in a situation like this. Is exactly what I need to just raise the whole area. So I'm just putting this 6x12 on 4 38mm stilts to get that up to the same height as this, and we're going to do a little. I'm going to build in there. So the request was elevation blocks, not cave cliffs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get hung if I use cave cliffs? Like, are they
probably
the lynch mob gonna come?
Probably.
Okay.
Should I go grab the
pitchforks?
The paint samples of the blocks? Or you can just grab like
I have the Underdoom ones are actually in. They're in this other build. They're just buried.
I'll just grab the old JX2 paint ones for now.
Okay. Yeah, I have the old. I actually have the old I have an old one, and I have a hollow one, and I have a stepped one. So, I should zoom in a little bit so we can figure out what we're doing here. All right, so we've got, so on this side, I was going to use stepped elevation block, right? This guy, because it kind of flows really nicely there. And then, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go, maybe we'll have this whole thing be elevated. Let's get elevated like crazy. We're going to stay up there. We're going to put, we'll just do something like that for right now.
I have 2 more hollows instead.
Oh, thank you.
There are none of the regulars in there.
Hidden. All right, we got 2 hollows. We'll put those guys over there. Put one there. We're gonna throw. Oh, man, where are the 2x1s? Crime. So I got a 2x1 behind the step. We have a hollow elevation block, a KS2 elevation block. I'll put one under here for slide one under there. All right, so we got a whole. Now basically, this is a whole raised area to build from. We got the stairs in there. You know, I don't think I've ever used these stairs in a Caverns build. I don't know why, but it's a really good. They work real nice. Like, it was a good idea. Fun suggestion.
So they are a floor height taller than the blocks. So yeah, so you can either have something up there on the top, or you can have just the block sitting on a floor next to it.
Yeah, they
Either way.
really. What's nice is you can either put them, right? You can put them on a floor or put a floor on top, so you have options, right? So I have this guy here, right? I could put this guy on a floor to get it up to this height, or I could leave it like this, and then that gives me the freedom to put. In this case, I'm going to put like the concave bank there, so then it kind of softens this edge out, whatnot. So it's really nice to be able to have them. They're essentially like a freestanding wall decoupled from a floor. So because they're the 1 floor height short of a full piece, you can do either floor on top or them on bottom. It works really nice. Although wait, no, I want a wall here. What am I doing?
When do we expect to ship? We expect to ship in the winter. Currently.
This stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like at least. I don't know. The problem is, it's all about if the stuff hits the water. As long as it hits the water before Chinese New Year, it'll get out. If it doesn't, then it will be late.
Well, the prediction we have currently is that it's gonna like deliver by Chinese New Year, so it seems like they expect it'll be.
That's assuming everything goes smoothly. We have no new molds. We have no, it should on paper. But if I've learned anything from these last couple of years, is that man, it doesn't take much for some curveball to come out of nowhere that no one had expected. Be it a ship getting stuck in a canal or a global container shortage, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There are so many factors that could throw us off the.
That's why it says winter 26-27. It gives us a whole year to kind of a whole year-long window.
See where it goes.
What do those bright green Tudor village banks look like on Underdoom?
That's a let's try it.
That's
an adventure. I like it. All right, so we're gonna
grab a couple.
So this here. So again, for I think a spoonbender, right? We got the bank wall. It's over there, and I'm gonna run from that guy. I'm gonna take the concave bank and run that up against. So I'm trying to get a nice flow up to the side of this piece. That looks really nice. If I do say so myself. And then I'm going to push this back. So I love using, so anytime I have like a long run of these, the elevation blocks are really flat. So I love putting like these, the step floor up against them, really softens up that flatness, right? Kind of makes it feel more organic. And we'll pop a, you know what, we're going to do the rising wall over there. Boom. That's feeling really good. Need a couple of 2x1s. Oh boy, here comes. That is going to look wonderfully garish. I'm excited.
Oh.
Boom. Slide you guys all out. All right.
No 6x12s in this Kickstarter. We're doing 4x8s and 12x12s.
6x12s available, aren't they on the? I think they're on the site currently, right? Don't we have?
Did we do them with Dungeons? We did them with Starforge.
We did them with Dungeons Reforged and Starforge.
Yeah, we have some 6x12s. We'll add more 6x12 art and stuff over time. But yeah, there's some 6x12. So if you just need it for structural building, we've got stuff on the website.
Yeah, like I'm using a dungeon one right now. Under here, it's dungeon floor.
You're not really going to see the art, anyways, if you're
I'm covering
using it for
most
this.
of it.
Yeah.
There. All right, I'm gonna slide over. Buckle up. All right, so we're gonna dress this up just a spickle, right? I'm gonna throw a side. Oh, you know what I'm gonna use? I use a riser. That'll get a bit more coverage. Boom. All right, so we're gonna put this guy, something like that. We put a riser over that to help. How's that blend in? Maybe we do this.
Yeah.
Ride the try and get lining up with the.
Just trying to like knock out all the.
It's kind of fun. And then I'll throw like a stalagmite down here, something. Or I used all the arrows. So you could put like a you could put a stalagmite on there. Whoop. No, that's a crooked guy. Oh, because this isn't flat.
Stair Scarping actually looks pretty decent. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Like
that was a nice idea.
Slight color changes really just aren't that big of a deal, generally.
And then hit the blackout button to see. Dim the lights a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Your players will never see the difference. It's like it blends right in.
It still pops out for
it's dark.
It actually, I think it pops out more in the dark.
There's a tiny bank piece that I wish I had 30 of that I don't see anywhere. Oh, it's the little like half ledge. Oh, I didn't fill this thing in. Yeah, I know what bank piece you're talking about, and I don't remember what set it was in. It was in the trifecta set, maybe. What was it?
Little bank piece.
It's a half ledge piece that is helpful if you want to use the trifectas against something. It's like a little tiny, like 3/4 of an inch long.
This is an actual piece that we
or
made.
Inch long. Yeah. There's not a lot of them floating around. I don't even know where they are in the archive. They're buried in the bottom of another thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I know exactly the piece you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, playing in the dark makes all paint compatibility work. Yeah, it's just what I made. I don't know where. I can't remember what set. I think it was in the trifecta. Where the heck was that?
I will go digging.
Yeah. See, even in the trifecta set, there's a little tiny. Ledge wedge. Totally the ledge wedge. Yeah. I don't know if that was in the it was in our lineup or where. I can't remember where it lived. We had the great ledge wedge. Ledge wedge would be perfect right here. Oh, I need a wall. There we go. Meh.
Here's why the stairs aren't offered in the cavern line. They're part of the mountain. sets. So they're in a different scale. You got to do like some building tricks to make them work with the cavern. They're in.
And there's no stupid questions. Don't worry. Like there,
Yeah.
we have an incredibly deep catalog that has spanned over a decade. Like there are no like there's this. Yeah, this is. These are no stupid questions. These are good questions. These are because a lot of the stuff also looks very similar and whatnot. So questions mean an inquiring mind. Yeah. No, you're too big. All right, we got a little build. So we want to do two things. So the first request was the using those bank walls. The second request was Tudor grass banks on Underdoom. That is going to be the buckle up and get ready to
It's a little
blown
crazy.
away. It's going to be nuts. I'm excited. All right, let me just put these back.
Hi, Chuck. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, do.
It was so nice to have you in the studio. Was it last week? Is it only last week? I don't know. It feels like 100 years ago.
I think it was the week before.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember.
Well, I don't know. It's all.
I think it was the week before.
Ooh.
I can't remember the whole last month. It's just
What
been a
is
blur
time?
with the project. I've got no track of time.
I had it all figured out until my wife suggested I get ice sets. Now I need a new basement to hold it. A sub basement. All right, let me move this. Everything was so cleanly on. It is.
It is the ledge wedge and the trifectas.
Yeah, I think it was in the trifecta pack. The original KS2 Chasm pack had like one that was. This is like a half of that, or it's one. It's like a triangle versus a. I mean, I guess the other one was technically a triangle. The other one was like a mountain.
So it's the ledge wedge, but it's not a ledge. It's a.
It's like a.
bank.
It's a ledge like the original KS2 Caverns ledges, but it's like a little wedge. Yeah.
Okay.
They're hidden. We also have one in Mountain.
Does it look like a little slice of cheese?
Kinda.
A wedge of cheese?
Like a tiny little, just a wee ledge. Oh, just a wee little edge.
Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, those guys are really little.
Like a doorstop. Yeah. Or they,
Yeah.
they're a little ledge wedge.
All right, some.
All right, we're gonna put this on.
Want 30 if possible. Small rocks are gold. Well, there's 2 in the trifecta pack. Yeah, so just buy 15 of the trifecta pack, and then you can get 30 of the ledge wedge.
A 4-pack for the individual piece store would be neat.
All right.
Ooh, giveaway time?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the word. If you guys want a chance, oh yeah, so we're gonna give away. We're gonna give away a $50 Dwarven Forge gift card. If you'd like a chance to win it,
Yeah.
go ahead and type ledge wedge, all one word, into the chat.
Can I make it all caps?
You can do whatever you want with it.
Can I
It
use
is
it in a
not. It is.
sentence?
It is not case sensitive. You just can't have a space in between ledge and wedge. It's all one word. Outside of that, it's all gravy. You can put it in a word. You can put it in a short novel.
Can I put it in a box?
You
Can I
can put it in
with
a
a
fox. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing.
All right.
If you had said anything or asked anything before,
It's gone.
yeah, it's good. It's gone now. So wait for that to change. And then the 90s slang for a monumental wedgie. It's when you're rock climbing and you fall, but like you get caught by your underwear.
Ledge wedge.
Yeah.
Let me get. All right, we're getting you guys queued up. This tutor on the Underdoom is gonna be wild. I can't wait.
Yeah,
for it.
I don't
I'm
know.
excited.
I don't know what to
grass
expect.
Underdoom is gonna be.
Yeah.
It's something to look forward to. Let me get some
It's a
train
weird
trees.
use case, but it just needs like 15 mine shaft doors. Man, I wish there was a good way to just offer. It might just be, well,
Oh man, the storm
we
has
see some
started.
people asking for them. There's a couple pieces that people really want to get in bulk. The main thing is just trying to make sure, like the pieces we get together have longevity. You know, a lot of it is like the result of, oh, these things have been inaccessible because of the packs we had in the past. But if we make new packs that just keep that problem going, I don't know. Serpent mouths. The serpent mouth we want to resculpt, I think, is the main issue. Luckily, your power lines are underground. Is this about the storm? So I heard it was telling me that the storm wasn't going to be starting until 11, so I thought it was safe. But now I'm worried I'm going to get absolutely drenched on the way home. Is it going right now? Real Mine has several supports like Door. There's a 5-pack of Misty Gateways. Yeah, but that's because that pack already existed. It's also because there's a bunch of Misty Gateways in one mold.
Oh, I get it over there.
That isn't a pack I would probably make today. But it's also... The Misty Gateways make sense to have multiples of. It's just very hard to get if you already own cave doors and passages. I think the thing with the mine door, though, is I think most people aren't going to have
The storm has started.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Raining. Letitia, are you getting beat up over there?
Yeah. What is... Okay. I blew through Maryland a couple... Wait, did it come from south?
It came from behind.
Starting to clear out. Only lost power once, but you did lose power?
Wow.
The thing of the mine doors, I don't think that many people have... I don't think that many people that would want it would already have the narrow passages, I guess. And then it is in the doors pack.
What are we talking about?
The mine door.
Yeah. It's, it was somewhat prevalent in the original campaign, the original KS2 campaign. But yeah, I feel like it's the really hard part about doing something like this is we're trying to make, you can't make packs that work great for people who went big in the original Caverns or who went big in Caverns Deep or who joined in between those, or I mean after those, or like the needs of our backer base are so broad and diverse, and ultimately we need to set up sets for the store. Like it's a kind of an impossible task to make. You can't make the perfect pack for everybody because you don't know what everybody has.
Bonus the Necrotic Tendril was only one in a pack. It was interesting to see a couple people say that they want the Tendril in
like a 10-pack
in multiples. Yeah, just because that was not a thing that seemed like it would. Yeah, already have both, and there's no good option. But the solution for it just can't be that we make a lot of packs that are good for a couple people, and then we have hundreds of that pack sitting around.
Yeah.
Like that's the issue.
Well, we're aiming for packs, sustainable packs, like packs that will work for the web store for long term, right? So we can try and keep that stocked and supporting everybody.
Lots of stuff in the individual parts store. That's totally an option. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, we hear it. We're seeing what people are asking for. It's just that's why we can't make every pack. I guess we have to try and consider the knock-on effects it'll have with the other stock that we have. We have to try and make sure that it holistically forms a collection that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep. But we are listening.
Now, if we did
don't be afraid to put in your requests.
Yeah, 100%.
Nobody here's afraid to put in their requests.
Has the individual piece store been a net benefit for DF or is it a pain for you guys?
Both.
Both. Yeah, it is a massive pain.
Ask Eric about it. Jeez.
Yeah, because the issue with individual pieces is we have to pack them all one by one at the warehouse.
Where the heck?
So it is a massive. It is so much more work to put individual pieces onto the store than sets.
The last time Eric had to inventory, like when
Yeah.
the last stuff came in, it was like 2 days to inventory the regular stuff and like 3 or 4 days just for the individual piece stores. I mean, it was, I don't know, it was like crazy, like 50% more on the regular piece store than on just the standard pieces coming in.
Yeah, full sets are a lot more manageable than individual pieces.
Yeesh.
I'm surprised you did the individual pieces. It was, I mean, because there are upsides to it. Because the thing is, with the way the molds work and castings work, the initial reason we did it was that there were a lot of
buckets
just
of stuff
solo
sitting
pieces, yeah, that were just kind of sitting around at the factory, that were just left over from the way the molds were arranged. Basically, you know, a bunch of these got made because we restocked one piece and these happened to be in the mold with that piece.
This is why the original stock was kind of just all over the place, because
Yeah.
it literally was just all over the place. Like it was the loose stuff lying around.
It's been a bit of a double-edged sword too, because what it has done is we're doing better than ever at stocking the store, but now the expectation, we get a lot of angry messages about every individual piece not having hundreds of stock like the regular sets do. It's like, oh, you never restock anything anymore, and it's like the individual pieces are a bonus, because if we did high quantities of all those individual pieces, that is thousands and thousands of pieces that need to be that we would need to go down and individually bag like at the warehouse.
It's a thing.
Like it is so much work to do that. So it's like a double-edged sword in that it has now made the expectation from a lot of people that those are like the main way we do business, and that's going to be like that's going to be what a restock is focused on, is like the individual pieces. And it's like we're just taking the leftovers that are happening from production runs, and we're like, we may as well just take the time to bag these, basically, so they don't just completely go to waste and sit somewhere.
It's an awesome courtesy. Like, it lets people get some of the stuff they're excited about, and obviously it's more expensive than just buying it in a pack and whatever. But I think people have appreciated it.
Why do you need to bag individual pieces? It feels bad to I think just have it loose in the box.
Into a box.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about just lost it. Oh, if there's an example of Sinister and Underdoom together, Fizz Pop, Frenzied Pup, maybe?
Frenzied Pup.
Was it Frenzied Pup?
Frenzied Pup is a person that is around.
Yeah, was asking if there's an example of Sinister and Underdoom. I believe we
did during
during Dungeons Reforged, there was a compatibility of Sinister Dungeon in Underdoom Cavern. I think if you look in the Dungeons Reforged playlist on YouTube, it's probably in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get to the question I had was sort of how the heck do I use these walls? So, for example, here we're doing we want to do a cavern that spills out into some acid here, right? So we got our we're building on the acid bath terrain tray. We got some banks around here, but I want to kind of terminate. So I could just do this, right? I could throw a bank there and kind of say, okay, it's contained, but maybe I want to contain it out. Maybe I want to pass it out there or whatever. So if you want to continue your bank, you put the you put the bank wall there, and then this one over here. And now we have we're continuing the wall run and also continuing the bank run together. And then from here, if we wanted to continue this around. Let's say we were going to do. Let's grab a bunch of trifecta walls.
Swap inserts.
Right, if we wanted to contain this. Wrong one. Where's my curvity wall? Boom. Do I have a straight anywhere? Let's see. Too easy to get to. Put it up there. All right, they're not ideal, but you get the idea. Boom. All right, so then I can run a passage off this. We got a passage here. All right, so now we have right, a passage. Can you see that? It's the trifecta, the open one, wherever that swell. Oh, I guess I could just rotate the train tray. Also an option.
Yeah.
Boom. Why is she sticking? There you go. All right, so you have this is opening up, and then you've got just banks and banks and walls everywhere, and it's continuous. I don't know why this guy's not working. Pop you out here. Just want a straight. Boom. All right, so that's one option. You can use them on the edge. You can use these guys on the edge of elevation to sort of soften the edge of elevation. I actually do it a couple of times in the Builder's Masterclass video for Organic Caverns, which I believe still is going to drop it. It's going to go live right after the stream. You can watch tomorrow. It's a long one. It's like an hour. So, but I show a couple of uses of it, of using these guys to kind of soften the edge going up on an elevation block. If you were doing that build, right, the ice on transition build that we had earlier, these were on the perimeter. Why not? I have it. I'll physically pull it up. Oh yeah, it's on this one. Oh.
The trifecta aren't in the campaign just because they are all in good stock on the store, and we weren't really using them for any of the bundles or anything. So to try and keep the bloat of the campaign down a bit, we didn't include them.
We have like hundreds of them in stock on the web store.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the somewhat disjointed thing about this campaign, right? Is that we don't have every Caverns thing in here because a lot of it's already in the store.
Yeah.
So you can see, I think, right?
Things like the runic columns, like stuff where it's like it didn't really need
risers.
Yeah.
Right, so we're using that's the bank. Using that one over there, and then this one over here to transition us. I mean, obviously I didn't bring the other train tray up, but you get the idea. So like you can use it to continue a wall, right? Where we have the wall run is nice and continuous while also then going to banks. Where is it? Right, it's feeding. See it there? Something like that. Where did I put this little piggy? I think it was over here somewhere. Yeah. Boom. All right. So does that it was a spoon bender, right? Does that
I think so.
Get it? All right.
Let's roll this giveaway. Transition pieces are not in this. No, the transition passages are not in this.
No.
We're gonna roll giveaway.
Hey, all right. Swiss Army Mage, don't worry about not getting a lot. Like get the things you need. Hopefully we're providing you packs that can get you close to what you need.
All right. EJ don't know if it's EJ Klassen or EJC Lace.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's
The
awesome.
dead end, the Caverns deep dead end passages in ice and underdoom and multiples outside of the current widening passage. The dead ends are in they're in the passage entrance. The entrance what is it? Passages. Cavern passage entrances. What is it called? Passage.
I think it's called passage entrances, or
entrances.
something. Yeah.
That's got one in there. We don't have anything that has multiples of that.
Yeah. So it was in the passage accessory set initially, where it was the dead end and I think the ramp or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really weird pack.
That's like it's dead end and the intersection piece.
Yeah.
Which honestly, the intersection piece is great in pairs because you can do a cool 4-way intersection with that, or 2 of them make T's. Like it's a good piece.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hopefully, Spoonbender, that answered the question. Let's buckle up and go to. I'm gonna get grassy on Underdoomy. I think this deserves a train trail. So.
Isn't there a pack like the Epic Ice Elements? I think the Epic Ice Elements was a pack that only made sense in the Kickstarter. Yeah, I don't even think we make it anymore. So that's a really weird. Yeah, the Epic pieces are just kind of a very weird comp. It's like a trifecta. It's that
it was kind of the left
45 degree, and it was a dead end passage. It doesn't really make sense or have much of a theme. So all those pieces are in more thematically appropriate packs now.
I was cracking up before because the train tray, that acid train tray I wanted, was under a stack of like 50. I could see it sticking out, but it was under a stack of like 50 train trays. Do you know how heavy? Like
they're really bad.
They are so heavy so fast. When they they had them, I couldn't move it. I was just like, I guess I was trying to wiggle it out. But
yeah. It's always out of stock because that's not it's not a thing we're going to be restocking.
We should just be removed from the store. Why is it still? Do we have some in stock?
He very often doesn't want to actually retire things, and it's like, but we're not going to reorder this
ever. Like that is such a we so need to clean house.
We need to just actually take those things out of the store. But yeah, because like all those pieces we've put into packs. It's like the dead end passage is with another passage instead of a trifecta. Like these 3 pieces don't really do anything together.
They don't build. I mean, they're all the same. They're in caverns, but other than that, the ice serpent. Wow, that's a good resin throwback.
Yeah,
that was like the most fragile mini ever. Little horns broke off all the time. All right, we've got. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay, so we are going. I'm making it's just a bunch of flat floors right now because I'm assuming I'm gonna run into some trouble with these banks we're gonna want to go over. All right, we got some Underdoom. And I might have to put some walls up, but we'll see what happens. Okay, you ready? Boom. All right. It's not as crazy as I thought it might have been. Not as crazy as I thought it might have been. I need another grass in the middle. Yeah. Let's get a. I don't know what the walls look like. It's the underbloom. Brilliant. The slatboard storage thing is scrapbooking supplies. It's the best. They make them. The company called. Yeah, they just have all these. They're for 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. And it's all these slots. It's so good. Because you can't, once you get a stack of more than like 3 or 4 train trays, it's too hard to lift. It's the Undertale. So good. Try the water texture between the Underdoom and the grass. Oh, what an interesting. Thank you, Chris. That was the thing we needed.
Yeah, there we go.
It's the underwater garden.
Really ties it all together.
This is gonna be really fun. They said try the. Okay, I gotta move these guys though because this isn't gonna work. We're gonna make it. Hang on, let me go one further back. This is gonna be fun.
It's the start of Undertale. Oh god, yeah, it is actually.
What's Undertale? Video game?
Yeah, it's an RPG. Wow, I think it was a 2014 release. I think it's 12 years old. Oh my god. It's at least a decade at this point.
Let's go back.
It's like an anti-RPG is what they generally call it.
Anti-RPG?
Yeah, it's
I don't understand.
It's basically trying to subvert RPG tropes. And so it is a game where you're not supposed to kill things generally. It's kind of dissecting the trends that you expect.
Combat is not the answer.
Yeah, you're getting into fights and you're looking for alternative ways to get through the fights.
That's cool.
It's like really taking cues from Moon RPG. It's like the big thing that was inspired by, which is phenomenal. It was like Japan only until 5 years ago, something like that. Or you can kill literally everything. Yeah, you can do what's called a genocide run, where you it's got different endings just based on the choices that you make. Yeah, and you can literally and the world gets if you kill the monsters, it's like the monsters are actually living in the world. So if you start doing stuff, the world just starts getting empty, the music will change. It's all
I love that.
Yeah. Very good. I haven't played. I played the first chapter of Deltarune. I need to do the rest. But yeah. Does it sort of make you feel bad after the first playthrough because you killed stuff? Yes. If you killed anything,
you should feel bad. Is that
particularly any of the bosses? You can't the true ending is something you can only get by not killing anything and also by doing some optional stuff, going back and kind of finding some secret quest lines and stuff.
That's fun.
Yeah. It's very good. It was incredibly impactful and influential. It's a really big deal. And yeah, the music's phenomenal.
We got our little that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The idea was he used the water texture. Wow.
I don't know what you would do this for, but it's good to know you could.
Well, now that you know you can.
I was curious how these banks would play with the walls with green streaks.
Okay, Tome Crone. We'll get there. We've taken a detour, but so far this is pretty cool. Okay, let's get How
do you close it off?
I don't know. I don't know what it is yet exactly. Right? This is but let's get rid of the water for a sec, and we're gonna have a grassy patch in the middle of our Underdome. So let's get some walls.
Let's see a live stream of Nate playing the intro to Undertale. I don't know if you know what to do.
Well, I know not to kill anything.
Yeah.
I know that much.
That's fair.
Can I role play with this stuff?
What do you mean by role play? I mean, there's a lot of there's story. It is a role playing game, but you don't have a ton of freedom in terms of what you can say. He's out of here. You spelling my build off idea? You did an Undertale. Did you do the what am I thinking? Did you do just the opening screen of Undertale?
Can I talk to stuff?
Yeah. There's a lot of narrative to it. It's a very narrative driven game.
Like in In LARPing, you would run into two types of NPCs, like NPCs that wanted to kill you, and then NPCs that you could roleplay with. So if it wasn't like
In Undertale,
actively
a lot
swinging
of
a sword, you're
those
like, oh, I guess I can probably talk to them.
in Undertale, a lot of those are the same thing.
Yeah,
You know, in
really.
Undertale, they start off wanting to kill you, and then you try to make them somebody that you can roleplay with instead.
Why are they trying to kill? What's the world like? I
Okay,
keep thinking of American. What was it? The one with the little mouse, American Tail? Is that the?
it's nothing like an American Tale or Five
Okay,
Goes West.
that was it.
There's nothing. I don't know where that came from.
The
But
tail.
oh, Undertale. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
I don't know
So
where
so
that
the
came
the basic gist is that humans and monsters used to live in harmony together, and then long time ago, humans
Of course, humans do.
got violent, turned on them, and the monsters kind of fled underground and were eventually like forgotten. So they've all just been living
Mm.
underground. Or I think they got sealed down there, and so the general idea, the tension around it is monsters are all terrified of humans, and you're a human child who falls down a hole and ends up in um,
So it's a little
where the
Monsters
monsters
Inc.
live. Little Monsters Inc.
Right? The
Yeah,
monsters are afraid of humans, and
yeah.
yeah, a kid
It was
gets
a mutually excluded
unleashed.
fight. You're right. It's not just that they ran away; it's that they did get sealed down there. It was almost like a banishment. But then over time, like humans kind of forgot about them.
Yep, as
Uh,
humans do.
and then in order to break the seal, the monsters need 7 human souls,
Whoa.
basically, to be able to have the power to. A human soul is much stronger than a monster's soul, is like the
Hmm.
general thing. Um, and so they have 6 before the game
So
starts.
they need the final soul.
At some point over the years, like 6 other kids had fallen down, or 6 other people had fallen down, I guess I should say. And
Never returned.
yes, never returned. And you don't know this at first. For the most
Right.
part, most of the monsters are just like very silly, non-confrontational, non-like violent. But there's like a couple who are, really wanting to go back to the surface. And so when there's another human down there, the people who are trying to fight you, it's generally either because they think that you're there to kill them, because
Which
they've been
tracks?
they've
You're
been
right.
taught that humans are just like violent
Yep.
monsters, basically, or they know about kind of the seal and how to break it and everything, and so it's wanting to get your soul.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That seems really a really cool premise.
it's a really phenomenal game. The war started over a mutual misunderstanding and one person's kid getting killed.
Ooh,
Right, I can remember all the fine details. But yeah, it's
that would do it.
yeah, it's it was like an indie game made mostly by one guy,
Wow.
and it just kind of came out, blew everybody's mind, became all anybody talked about for a while, and it's
Copycats.
inspired a ton of other games, ton of copycats. Yeah,
There's something about the tiny team making, pouring passion into something. It's magical.
I feel like every year we generally get, well, maybe it's not every year. When it comes to indie games, we get a lot of stuff like that. Stardew Valley was one guy who loved Harvest Moon, who wanted to make like his perfect version of Harvest Moon. So he just worked on it for years. Um, there's a number of those like 7-year projects by a solo dev that have ended up just really kind of blowing up. I think there's also a lot of them that have gone nowhere though. So, you know, grain of salt. Hollow Knight wasn't one person though, right? Hollow Knight, like Team
Was that a
Cherry,
team?
yeah, Team Cherry. Minecraft's also not a solo project. Um, but I feel like there's a number of every couple years we get a game that just like an indie game that just massively blows up, and it's like this was basically one person. Um, I'm trying to remember what the other ones. Oh, Cave Story. I think Cave Story was the first of those. Uh, Cave Story was like 2008, something like that. Cave Story was old. Staring at a ridiculous 2026 Balatro calendar. The pics are Ben Starr and Joker outfits. That's fantastic. Didn't he go to the Game Awards dressed as one of the Jokers?
So this is kind of fun, right?
Huh.
Using the grass as
Yeah,
like a
actually.
patch where like a bunch of mushrooms have taken root, and like that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
Like it sells the. You're right about the. It doesn't look suspicious. It's a totally safe place to go. Um. Uh. The green to the green.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Was right. Like there is something that works there. Lie down in the grass. Everything's fine here. Yeah.
Making that grassy patch, you generally could just do the opening Undertale with it.
Slip the moss right into the acid. Yeah, you could totally go down into an acid drain tray or something. Yeah, it's something. I guess we've got the vibrant colors because Underdoom has got such pop. Like it's not. It works. It's like, huh? I wouldn't have guessed it. And happily here we are. All right, so we have one green shag garbage. So what else would what other build requests or questions?
I think we've done some pretty crazy.
Yeah. Drow love green shag carpeting. So good. It's true.
Bulls are struck out on the SEC tourney. Pretty sure I'm one of one in Venn diagram watching that in the stream simultaneously. Probably.
What's the SEC?
It's a baseball. Obviously, it's not MLB. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
There's another baseball league?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of like non. Is it college? It's college. Yeah. Southeast Conference.
College.
Yeah. Southeast
College
Conference.
baseball. Southeast Conference.
Yeah.
All right.
Any perilous beans?
Not right this second.
Yeah, not right now.
The only beans we got is masterclass video getting posted tonight, and lots of caverns in the sewers. Ooh.
How well does an Underdoom stalactite might work in regular caverns or vice versa?
Oh, let's try. We got a.
That's easy to do.
Yeah, I got that right.
That's super easy to do.
Sewers.
That's a lot easier than some of these.
All right, what other requests coming in?
Caverns into sewers, Ice and Starforged. So Ice and Starforged we've already done a lot of. The Polar Outpost bundle. I think we did it during Starforged as well. We showed it with like all the cavern stuff.
It looks good. It's the blue against the white. Like the white just looks good for everything.
Mm-hmm. Any suggestions on smoke or steam machines?
What kind? We have our floor fogger, but if you want to like fill your build, aquarium foggers work really well. Or aquarium mister, what are they? Like
reptile humidifiers are ridiculously good. You want to get like thick rolling fog.
Yeah. Or you can just get a chunk of dry ice and pop it into some warm water, and off you go. Stalagmites and a train tray with anchor magnet pieces upside down. Totally. I've done. I did a build in the home game that I had ropers. I had some stalagmites. I put magnets
I remember
under
you built
ropers and stalagmites and put them on thing, and it was like, yeah, it worked really well.
You built that on stream. I remember that.
Oh, it's a fun one. Ice and Starforge a little trickier. Caverns and sewers, I could try. Let me think of. Just have to get all the sewer stuff.
Yeah, we're starting to get.
Now run a lava river through that mushroom lawn.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little low on.
Hey, get out of here!
We're starting to get a little low on time.
For anything ambitious.
For anything ambitious, yeah.
Yep. Totally. Like snake the tube through anything. It works really. There. Also, you can use doors or the arches, the freestanding arches and stuff to cover. Have the arch and then you put the tube behind that and it comes out and it looks really neat. Fog is a fun.
Showing us some cattails and modular ships.
Caverns and cattails and modular ships, all in one build. Yeah, that's where we're hitting right now.
That's what we're. That's what we've come to tonight.
Any an old pewter roper. Wow. Some cattails.
What's the escarpment piece with the narrow opening? The hidey hole?
Yes.
The hidey hole cliff. He's cliff height and designed to go with the cutout cliff.
Yes. It's very similar to what we just did with the steps, right? With the escarpment with the stairs. That worked really nicely, and I was really happy with how that landed.
I bought cork for tree roots. If I got a reptile humidifier too, I'd probably have to get an actual reptile.
Ooh,
my
icy waterfall.
My best friend from high school, him and his wife have like 5 different lizards. Like their garage is just full of.
Whoa! It's a reptile room.
Yeah, reptile room. And at one point, a little one got out, like a bearded dragon or something, got out.
This always happens.
And they couldn't find it, and they were like, we think it got outside.
Oh no!
And they were just bummed. And then like 2 months later, it's just they just see it like standing out in the middle of the living room. So it had been like just hiding around the house for 2 months.
Like, hey, I'm here.
Surviving off of eating bugs and stuff.
I had a friend in high school whose dad was an animal hoarder and had like, I don't know, 100 some animals in their tiny apartment, and his 18-foot reticulated python escaped and he couldn't find it. Just like in a house with chinchillas and ferrets that are roaming loose, and there's just like an 18-foot snake like on the loose. It's just, yeah. A couple of questionable days because it was a hoarder house. Like there was trash everywhere and things in cages. It was just like bedlam, and a snake on the loose. It had milk white eyes. It was named Zombie. It had milk white eyes. It was like,
how does something like that
get
out of its enclosure?
I don't know. I don't know. None of it makes sense. But it was, yeah.
Chinchillas are really cute though.
The chinchillas are really cute. That chinchilla bit the heck out of me.
Oh yeah, they're mean.
Savage little beast.
Yeah.
It was like the Vorpal bunny and Monty Python. Like it was like, hey, you cute little fuzzy. It's like, and it was just like blood spray. It was just like, yeah, not at all what I was expecting.
And then
fluff ball.
And then you don't want to wear socks around ferrets.
They will go after your toes. It is like
if you have socks on,
ill-tempered.
If you have socks on, I think they think that your foot in the sock is another ferret or something.
Critter, so I don't know what it is, but they come at you with those teeth.
My friend had ferrets, and we just had to take our socks off anytime we came over.
Ooh. Cyberhawk999 is asking how well does the scaffolding work with caverns and mine entrances. Good luck, or good news. It is in the good luck.
Good luck.
It's in the Builders Masterclass video, which is going live tonight. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll know all about it.
The nice thing is scaffolding is very biome agnostic. You can stack it up in a lot of places.
Best. If you're gonna buy one pack of anything, just buy scaffolding.
It's like, potentially like the most flexible thing we've ever made. You can drop it. You can drop it anywhere.
Absolutely any biome.
Yeah,
you can put it. What was I gonna build? Oh, I was gonna try and see if I get a sewer thing.
How would you do caverns into sewers? I guess you do the.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it too much.
When we do a sewers expansion, we need to do some kind of crumbled sewer wall that can be like.
Yeah.
You transition. That's the transition into like a dungeon or a cave or something.
And right now, I would just use the circular door.
Oh, that has like the grate insert.
Yeah, like that's leading. That was the um.
Huh.
Let me describe it.
Yeah. Sinking tunnels into the circular door walls. Yeah. I think the
Ah!
circular. You alright?
Yeah, I just have to. It's Dwarvenite. Oh, this is not on train track.
Don't worry. It's
One,
Dwarvenite.
two, three, four,
Um,
five,
yeah, I think the
six.
circular door wall is really the only way you can transition very cleanly with Star. There's not really any other transition piece in sewers, I don't
We've,
think.
we've covered 10 terrain trays worth of stuff in this stream.
I
Holy
hope you guys
moly.
are happy.
Yeah.
We made a
Are
big
you not
we
entertained?
made a big mess.
Yep.
Sloping bank walls you've been showing actually work too. Oh, sloping down like into a like sloping down into a sewer, like a monster burrowing through the surface tunnels. You're happy and entertained. Good. I'm glad.
Good. I mean, what else could you ask for?
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. That's why you're here.
I am drastically losing my voice.
Yeah.
Been
Do we have
rough.
any new backers that have questions? Need some,
Yeah, is there
some
anybody?
guidance? Need some love?
Yeah, is anybody new? We've seen a couple first time posters today. Are any of you new to Dwarven Forge or new to Caverns with any
Interested
general
in the
questions about how it
campaign?
works?
Need some guidance?
Yeah. The doctors are in.
Doctored evidence.
Doctor Evidence, actually, I don't think he's here right now.
No.
Yeah. Will KS2 freestanding wall be available in Ice and Underdoom?
Which
KS2 freestanding wall. What does that mean? If it's not in the campaign currently, I think no. I don't know what KS2 freestanding wall is though. Let's see. What's the freestanding wall? I'm assuming we're not. The fact that I don't know what you're talking about, I'm assuming we're not doing it. The curved one comes in an 18 pack. Then the answer is no. There are two straight and curved. The answer is no currently. Do the trifecta pieces basically just do the same job? Straight came in the stretchable pack, curved came in the 18 pack. We're on a city or town road to forest path. Needs some reevaluation. I can't even find these things. Yeah, I don't know. Stretch goal pack. So you saying it was in like the Wicked Caverns? Let's see. I'm not seeing it here. Oh! No, this isn't it. Yeah, I don't know. Freestanding cavern wall, expertly hand painted. That thing? Yeah, no, we don't. No plans on that yet. I think the trifecta pieces have basically replaced them. I think I have seen those around. I think the trifecta walls have basically replaced them. Freestanding ones are shorter. I guess what would we be using them for? It has only one? Well, okay, so here's a little inside baseball. Not inside baseball thing. We want to recompose the trifecta pieces like we did with the cave cliffs. Instead of making it like one big pack, we're looking at it. It's like we should really break these into smaller packs so you can get specific trifecta pieces that you want instead of getting them all at once. The trifectas aren't in the campaign just because they're all in really good stock in the store, and we weren't using them in the bundles, so we didn't want to we were trying to cut down on the set bloat in the campaign. We figure if people want the trifecta walls, they can just pick them up from the store. Yeah. There's a general gist. If you're overseas and you wanted to get them though, along with the Caverns Reforged order, if you let customer support know, they can combine your orders. We're doing that for overseas people, since we know the shipping and duties are a real pain. Magnetic spider webs are not common because they, as they currently are designed, they just kind of keep breaking. The feet keep coming off.
They were getting a lot of customer support
yeah.
things, so we didn't have time to redesign or redo anything in this campaign.
Yeah, that's the main thing. The magnetic spider webs just didn't really work as well as they should, so we decided not to reprint them.
Sadly.
What about the big gooey spider webs? The issue then was like when those magnetic ones were gone, we were looking at the rest of the stuff. Initially, we wanted to make like a spider's den dressing pack with a cocoon body and all that stuff. But without the magnetic spider webs, we're looking at it, it's like there's not really enough here to justify a pack. So it's kind of in the future at some point.
Go.
We'll fix those magnetic webs, and we'll probably make a couple more pieces or something in some campaign or other. Some underground, I don't know, when we do catacombs or go back to burrows or something. Like probably some future campaign, a spider pack can happen. But there just wasn't. We tried to figure one out.
We have the really neat little web from the burrows.
Yeah, the burrows web is good.
Like we were one or two pieces short of a real pack.
Yeah,
which just feels like a metaphor for something.
I think it's a total of 3 web pieces in the cocoon guy. Yeah, but 2 of those 3 web pieces are pieces we don't really like, so we have to they need some reworking. But that's really it. When in like the initial concepting of this, because the initial thought was we wanted to get all the stuff out of the adventure packs, and so we thought a spider's lair dressing was gonna be here, but it just didn't work out.
Not everything lands, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we pulled the cocoon guy, especially because the cocoon guy was also a magnetic accessory. We're like, well, we need to make a magnetic accessory pack anyways, so we found other places to put him, at least. So he's still available. But yeah. Silly string works.
Yeah.
We can't just package the cocoon body and a can of silly string and
that would be hilarious. The spider web pack is just a can of silly string and a cocoon body.
We're not even partnered with them. We just buy it and resell it.
Yeah. It has a sticker. We just put a DF sticker on the front. But don't even like. Let's
see.
I'm a few walls short.
Chris said Catacomb Spiderfest is next. Yep. You heard it here.
Yeah. Confirmed.
We're pushing Perilous back again so we can do Catacombs.
It's plastic skulls and silly string. And it's gonna be great.
You like the 4-inch web? It's perfect for the web spell template. True. It's a good point.
Yeah, we'd have to sculpt one that's actually real. That thing is garbage. All right.
Does that mossy walkway go pretty smoothly into the dark edge of the grassy bank, like for doing the mossy exit from a sewer out into the woods?
What mossy what?
If you put the grass, saying if you put the grass against it, can it look like a clean transition out into the open, basically, from the sewer? You're down for Catacombs. All right, duly noted. We know there's a lot of people asking for Catacombs. It is.
I mean, since
we hear it every day.
Catacombs were made in resin, people have been asking for them.
Yeah.
It's not a new
some
phenomenon.
Day.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I'll just put you there for now.
I was gonna make a joke and say like 2026 is like a whole like, yeah, it's that far off, but that's this year.
Yeah. Something like 2026.
Like 10 years have passed, and I've just completely forgotten.
It's fun.
The original patent is expired. How hard can it be to find a factory that will can it for you? Oh, Silly String?
Really?
Wait, is Silly String free game? Has
We
nobody
can
gotten
just
on this? Can we buy Silly String? Is Silly
call
String
it
public domain?
silly
Silly String and its
spider
chemical
webs.
formation are not in the public domain.
Oh,
Man.
boo. The internet let us awry?
Man. That looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I was thinking.
I'm so glad we got the narrow passages back. It's a pretty sick.
Yeah, they open up some fun building. Little challenging to work with minis in there, but fun for building.
You know, sometimes you want there to be a claustrophobic
Yes.
section.
Yes. It definitely
You don't want to build.
changes up your
Yeah. You don't want to build everything that way, but like, you know, that's pretty sick.
Is there...
Nate, if you want to feel old, Aurora just wrapped up her first year of college.
Is
Aurora the one that sculpted the
she's-
chicken feet
Yeah.
for the Baba Yaga set?
Holy moly.
Man, I remember
Have this
that.
over the other room. That's
Go grab
That's
it.
amazing. Wait, she's wait.
She just finished her first
She
year at
wrapped up her
college.
First...
We should go get the chicken
She
feet.
was like 6. No, I guess she was probably like 12 or 13.
You
Yeah.
told us she was 6, I think, when
Yeah.
this happened, but that definitely wasn't the case
She's,
then.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. What's she
She was
what's
12
she
when she
studying?
made
She's still sculpting? She was 12. Yeah. That's I
means-
can't wait to see. She is the future.
That means I've been working here long enough for her to have sculpted that when she was 12 and to
And be in college.
be in college now.
At
Oh,
least
man.
7 years.
The Baba Yaga Dream
Wow.
House. Yeah, you remember it, Letitia. That was a really cool sculpt.
It's amazing. I need a doorway.
For those of you who weren't
got it.
around 6.5 years ago, whenever this happened, we showed it on stream at one point. She sculpted these big chicken legs that are sized correctly to fit like a 4x4, one of our 4x4 like houses on it to make like a Baba Yaga's hut. It's very cool. Like a City Road to Forest piece for me last year. Wow, is she looking for, does she like want to sculpt like as a job? Does she want to do that? Everybody's saying 6'7" now. On an internet rabbit hole now. Apparently there's a similar product called Fabrican that is more fabric-like, and some model was sprayed into a dress for a fashion show. I remember that. I remember the spray dress. Why do I remember that? I'm not interested in fashion. I don't watch
Oh, it's getting the
fashion
door.
shows. I think I remember it just like going viral. They like sprayed it onto the model as part of the show.
This was before we had wood. I meant to go get a door, but I ended up getting this. There's her. I put the Dutch roof on there. Boop, boop, boop. Baba Yaga. Those big old chicken feet. How cool is that? And it's got the impression, right? It's the negative of the bottom of a DF floor.
That's wild. That's really smart. That's really smart.
Right? Yeah. It's really, really, really clever. At 12.
Apparently she sculpted a City Road to Forest piece for him last year.
So talented. It's amazing.
People do cool things sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially our community.
Yeah.
What was he doing? Oh, I was getting a door.
Oh yeah, right. We were streaming.
I was
Here's, we're about time to let's finish this thing and
yeah. Oh, we tell her or we wish her the best. Like she really, she's got such a bright spark.
much nicer than my pipe cleaner chicken legs. Hey man, if it gets the job done, you know. Interesting. It's just the size of the. I guess he could just have caverns going out on the sides. Just use cavern walls building out from the door.
Well, it's coming from this side. I'll show you the other side. Hang on. This is pretty. You'd probably want to reverse the door.
True. It doesn't look like a door there. It just looks like a solid wall. Got the Reaper Bones black hut and painted it. It's a cute sculpt. The black hut.
That's pretty neat. Like you could you could use the.
That's cool.
Right? It's like the end of the sewers terminates in this like ancient crusty old door in stone, and then you could transition into something. Yeah.
Oh.
It'd be really cool.
There's a good transition. Yeah, that works really well, actually.
Yeah. Oh. Huh. There's something I don't want to do a thing there. I love that.
If you wanted there to be more of a landing, you could also just take out one of the straights and move the dead end up and just put some floors between the dead end and the.
Yeah, this could all be could be floor.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do have floors. Yeah.
Looks a lot smoother than I would have thought. There's compatibility everywhere for those with eyes to see.
Look.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
So much story potential, particularly with both the door and narrow passage. Yeah, so the door being something man-made and then the passage being something monstrous.
Yeah, and like they built this door to lock something in there, you know, and it's been sealed. And of course, the adventurers break the seal and open up and go in, and you're like, well, that was maybe not the best idea. Yeah. Oh, it's 9:00. We should.
Yeah, we should get going.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
So we are Hamster's streaming tomorrow night.
Yes.
And probably doing something caverny, maybe.
Probably. He's gonna see if there was stuff that made sense. But if you've got any questions about painting caverns, Hamster's one of our resident painters. He painted like basically all the new stuff,
Underdoom, all the new bits.
Yeah.
Plus, he's just a painting wizard. I mean, he really has so much knowledge. It is, it's almost staggering sometimes.
Yeah.
Wisdom. It's just quiet painting wisdom. I've learned a lot about mini painting from him. So that's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard American U.S. America time.
Yeah, an hour earlier than the stream started. Yeah.
And then we'll be back next week. Looking at some cavern stuff. So if you once again, feed if you got stuff you'd like to see, if you got questions, feed it to Chris, and we'll see what we can prep up. Right, transitions was a big topic today, so I was able to prep some of those. We'll see what we prep for next week and see what happens. We appreciate all your support. If you didn't yet, go tell your friends. Caverns Reforged is up and live. Got a bunch of fun stuff in there. Get some scatter packs. Thanks for I was excited. I hadn't thought of trying sewers and caverns. I definitely hadn't thought of putting grass banks in the Underdoom. That turned out really neat. So we got some fun discoveries tonight.
We're getting to the point now. We've made so many different things that there's just a ton of combinations that we couldn't even think about.
It's like Magic the Gathering. Like there are card combos that people haven't. There's always going to be something else to discover.
But it's like if every 2 years Magic was adding a new color.
Yeah.
That's what our line is like.
They've got like 30,000 pieces cards or something at this point.
Right, but could you imagine if they added like
purple.
another? Yeah, they did purple. They're like, it's kind of blue and kind of red.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I would play mono purple.
Yeah.
And relentlessly. Yeah.
And they do yellow, and it's like it's kind of green but with less blue in it.
Amazing.
I'm blue white. I'm blue white forever.
That's do you know why Magic has the 5 colors it has?
No.
The chromatic dragons from D&D.
Huh.
It's red, white,
That's cute.
blue, black, What did I miss? Green.
Green.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
five dragons because Richard Garfield played a lot of D&D, so it's like.
That's cute.
Yeah. All right. On that note, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for everything. We appreciate you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Goblin deck.
Goblin deck.
Ooh.
Goodbye, everybody.